Hey guys.
Hey folks, tonight is Sunday night and I'm going to give you a version of a 21st century sweatshop here with the two sweat hogs. There's actually more in this household, 5 kids all under 12, and these guys over here are free help. So you can see they're grabbing some stamps and they're stamping some letters. This is the yellow letter campaign. That is one of the best ways to go about generating leads. So I've got some boxes here. I'm going to show you a little bit about what actually happens. So you're going to want to order these from Christy King. Christy does a phenomenal job with yellow letters. I've ordered yellow letters from various providers over the years, and Christy by far has offered the most phenomenal service. You get things very quickly. Haven't seen any mistakes as of yet. And you get a nice list that you can check off as you go on the people that you're mailing to. Now later, I'm going to give you a computer share of exactly how we generate this list and how we get it to Christy. But I want to show you the fun stuff now, which is exactly what these are. Let me borrow this over here, Chewy. So this is the yellow letter, and you can see it looks like a handwritten note. Let me grab one of the ones that you've stamped over here. Now, how are you going to not open that? A Paul Newman stamp. And that's actually a good point, is there's various stamps that you can choose to send out. And I've tested all of them. Actually, the stamp that works the best, believe it or not, is the Johnny Cash stamp. I don't know why, but the Johnny Cash stamp pulls calls better than any of the others. But we've got Peanuts, which is our Charlie Brown stamp. We've got our Batman stamp. For Vegas, we've got our Elvis stamps. These go over pretty well. And then in honor of the great Ron LeGrand, we've got our circus stamps. As you know, Ron at one point worked as a carnival barker in the circus, generating incredible amounts of money for one of the most famous circuses of all time. And right now we are going to go ahead and use the Paul Newman stamps. I had some Paul Newman dressing for dinner tonight with the salad. It just seems like it would be apropos. But getting back to these letters, you don't even actually seal the envelope. Someone gets this, it's got a handmade stamp. Chewy over here, real name Brooke, likes to put the stamps on just a little bit crooked, which actually seems to work pretty well because someone sees a crooked stamp and it just looks more organic. This one over here, Liv, she's a perfectionist, so they're pretty much going to be straight all the time. So maybe we'll have to test these two guys from time to time. But essentially what you have here is a yellow letter. Now you might notice there is a number. I don't know if you can see the number on the bottom. And there is a number. This one doesn't correlate to that, but there's a number at the top there. So you know which letter goes with which envelope. And it's very cool. This one, hi, my name is Joel. My wife and I would like to buy your house at such and such address, and give me a call. Very few people who aren't going to open a note like that. Now, what I think we really want to do is indicate what this program is really worth. These guys are doing 200 letters here tonight. Okay, we're going to put these in the mail on Monday, and routinely we're going to get anywhere from a 10 to 20% response, which means we're going to get 20 to 40 calls. They're going to go to Pat Live. The number on this letter is a Pat Live number. You don't take these calls. These calls go to Pat Live. She's there, or he. Pat is both man and woman, and those folks at Pat Live answer the phone 24/7, and they will take those calls, and they have a whole script on what to say, which essentially boils down to, do you have a house for sale? They deal with all the questions and all the grief that sometimes comes about from getting a letter like this. Some people love this campaign, others don't like it so much, and there's all types of interesting stories that come about, which we could probably discuss when we go through some more of the mechanics on lead generation. But Pat Live will get between 20 to 40 calls. So if you get 30 calls, if you get 30, about a third of those are going to be, yes, I have a house for sale. So that means there's going to be about 10 yes leads from Pat that you're going to shoot off on email to your VA. Your VA will then go ahead and qualify those 10 yeses, and it's likely that you'll get at least 3 yes to terms sheets. And if you get 3 yes to terms sheets, generally I feel like I can convert 1 of 3 of those to some kind of a deal, either a deal where we're going to close on it right away, or a deal where we're going to take it to the market and get our buyer first before we actually go ahead and close on the house. But even if you extend that ratio and you say, well, I have to do this for 4 weeks to get 12 yes to terms, and you only get 1 of 12, each of these deals is 5-figure deals. Each of these deals is a minimum $10,000 on the front end. So just 1 deal a month is a 6-figure payday, and that's just on the front end. You also have the monthly spread that you can make, and you have the back end spread that you can make on the deals that you stay in. So this yellow letter campaign is gold. It's not yellow, it's gold. It ought to be called the golden letter campaign. So I appreciate you taking time with the Sweat Hogs here. These guys have been great. They work incredibly inexpensively, and we're going to go down to my office and take a look at how we actually generate the proper list. It's important to choose a good list for your mailing. Have a good evening, folks.